Okay. So I have like an entire script written out on the back of this paper, but there's no way I'm reading this because that's really boring. Because I'm like, meh. So I have notes. Okay. So I see life as this giant puzzle that's just not put together yet. Like, as we go through life, the little pieces get put together, like the edges are put together, and then you work your way into the inside to make this really wonderful picture, but like, we don't really know what the picture is going to look like until you get there. So for me, I have one puzzle piece that just like, my puzzle looks perfect, it's great, I was raised in church, I'm a church kid, like full badge church kid, I'll put it on and wear it. I don't care. But my one puzzle piece that doesn't fit is my sister. Her name is Carla, and she has let her life go down the line of addiction and lying and in and out of jail, and that's like a really hard part for me, and that kind of keeps me from like focusing on like the big picture of the puzzle coming together and being this beautiful picture of God's creation. And for me, instead, it's like, what's that? So I don't know, a little bit of that part in my head. So I also have another puzzle piece that's like wonderful. It's my other sister, Katie. She is one of the main influences in my life on how to live a godly life as a girl. And I watched her grow up, and now I'm growing up and taking part in a lot of things that she did, and that's awesome. So yeah, that's a lot about some of my background, like church kid, but got some stuff, kind of annoying, but kind of had to go with that. But I want you guys to know that God came for people like Katie and for people like Carla. He came for everybody, and he came in the form of Jesus, who was 100% man, 100% human, and he was the only person who was ever able to live a perfect life. So even though I'm a certified church kid, that doesn't mean that I'm perfect. So, I mean, I make mistakes. I sin. I gossip about other people with my friends. Like, I'll own up to it. And so does my sister. So does everybody here. Everybody makes mistakes. But God came for everyone. So there's both sides of the spectrum. So that's important. Okay. So, like, I wrote down in here that Jesus even ate with tax collectors and the prostitutes. So that's one of those things that a lot of the time the church kind of makes people feel like they're not okay because of their sin, but in reality, God came for the people who were in their sin the deepest. So for me, God's love and forgiveness are like incomprehensible because I've had to struggle with forgiving my sister all the time. Like, I was carrying so much anger against her that for a while, like, I just wasn't in the right state. I wasn't happy. And then I realized as she was in jail, like, writing me letters that I wouldn't read, I was like, you know, she's reaching out, and we're supposed to go to the people in jail, and I'm sitting here saying, no, you don't get to talk to me. So that's one of those things that I've been overcoming. So yeah, that's a rough part, but it's a good part. And I'm so glad that we have God's forgiveness, because if we had the forgiveness of people, it would be fickle and it wouldn't be real. And we wouldn't be able to come back from a lot of things, because God's willing to say, you know what? I sent my son. He lived a perfect life, and he died on the cross for you. And because of that, your sins are forgiven. Whatever you've done, washed away. All you had to do is say, yeah, I was wrong. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to follow God, and I want to follow Christ. And yeah, that's part of that. And it's an awesome thing to do, but it's also kind of scary. So if anybody is new and wants to talk to any of the leaders or to myself or even who brought you, I'm sure they'd be willing to talk. So